ISO 27001. You probably heard the name. What does it actually mean? Companies love showing off this certification, but most people never get a clear explanation of what it really is. So in this video, I'm going to break down ISO 27001, what it is, why companies need it, and how it actually works, all in under 5 minutes. So let's jump in. Why it matters. If your company handles anything sensitive, customer data, financial information, healthcare records, ISO 27001 is the framework that helps keep all of that protected. It's not about just passing the audit or getting a badge on your website. It's about showing how actually you can keep your system secure day after day. If you are in GRC or cybersecurity, this is one of those frameworks that you have to simply understand. I am John. This is GRC Made Simple. After 10 years in HR and recruitment, now I am an ISO 27001 lead auditor and ISO 42001 lead auditor. Today I am going to break down ISO 27001, the world's most used standard for building and managing a security program. So let's get started. What is ISO 27001? ISO 27001 is a globally recognized standard for information security. At its core, it gives company a clear, structured way to build what's called an ISMS, an information security management system. And all an ISMS really answers is this question: how do we protect our data and how do we prove it? This standard comes from International Organization for Standardization, and companies adopt it to show customer and partners that they take security seriously, not just in theory but in practice. 3 core parts of ISO 27001. Part 1. Risk-based thinking. Everything starts with understanding your risk. You look at what threats could hit us, what weaknesses do we have, what happens if something goes wrong. This becomes your risk assessment and it drives every decision that comes after it. Part 2. Security controls. Once you know your risk, you pick controls to manage them. ISO 27001 gives you a list of 93 controls in Annex A. These cover things like access control, encryption, backups, supplier security, secure development. You don't need all 93, just the ones that actually make sense for your business. Part 3. Continuous improvement. ISO 27001 isn't set it and forget it. You are expected to keep checking and improving through internal audits, management reviews, control testing, updating your documentation. It's a system that grows with your company, not a binder sitting on a shelf. How companies get certified. Here is the short version of the documentation process. Build and document your ISMS. Perform a full risk assessment. Implement the controls you need. Get audited by an accredited auditor. Keep improving every year. When you pass, your ISO 27001 certificate is valid for 3 years, with small audits called surveillance audits happening each year. For many companies, this certification opens door for bigger clients and higher trust. If you work in GRC or cybersecurity, ISO 27001 touches almost everything you do. You map controls to the standard, you run or support risk assessment, you collect and organize evidence, and you'll help keep the ISMS running smoothly. It's not a technical only framework, it's strategic. It connects business goals directly to security. That's why it's one of the powerful skill set to have. Here's the quick recap. ISO 27001, a framework for protecting data and managing risk, built on risk assessment, controls, and continuous improvement. Help companies prove they are secure and win bigger opportunity. If you are building a GRC career, this standard will show up everywhere. Drop a comment if this video helped you. Hit the like button if you learned something new, and subscribe for no BS GRC and cybersecurity concept. Let's learn one concept at a time, one standard at a time. Thank you for watching. See you until the next video.